Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to our first session in the new year on Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel for an in-depth planetary puja. Today is Monday, January 2nd, 2022. We'll be doing the puja using the chart of now based on my current location, which is in the state of New Mexico in the United States. My name is Swamini Valli. I'm a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer, and I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has said several times that the planets are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with all of them, and in doing this puja, we are connecting with those light beings and inviting their positive blessings to flow into us and into our world. To do the puja, we're using the South Indian style layout of the chart, and each of these little 12 blocks represents a zodiac sign. The different planets have their initials here. AC stands for ascendant, or the sign that's coming up on the eastern horizon in my local area. To do the puja, I have some water, I have a lit tea light, I've drawn the chart in chalk on a blackboard on a little side table here. I also have an incense stick, a bell, and a bowl of fresh flower petals that I'm going to use during the puja. To start the puja, I take a bit of water and I sprinkle it on all four sides of the blackboard chart to purify the space where we're doing the puja, putting a few drops of water on my own head to purify me, and sending a few drops of water out into space towards all of you for purification, so that whether you're watching it live or later on a replay, we're all participating with a sense of being purified with the water element. Now I'm going to invoke Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles. Om Shring Gam, Om Shring Gam, Om Shring Gam. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and we thank him for his help with this. And I ask him to remove obstacles for all of you in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your life. Next, we do a short Tamil chant asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atihar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atihar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nulla nulla Atyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank Saint Gnanasamundar for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now we start covering the various time elements that are active in my local area. Today is Monday, which is ruled by the moon. I'm going to put flower petals on top of the moon as I chant for him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Dr. Pillai also associates Rahu with Monday, so I'm going to put flower petals on Rahu as well. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in at the moment. The moon is in a star called Kritika. This is a star of truth. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Now we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. In my local area, it's the 12th waxing moon, called Dwadasi in Sanskrit. We honor the moon phase, and I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Dwadasi Devye Namaha. Om Dwadasi Devye Namaha. Om Dwadasi Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that's ruling the hour in my local area, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we are going to honor the yoga and the karana time elements. For these, Dr. Pillai said we would not use flower petals. We would just say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called sadhya, which has energies of diplomacy. Sadhya, sadhya, sadhya. And the karana that's active right now is one called vishti, which has energies that are inefficient. Vishti, vishti, vishti. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. Dr. Pillai said we would start by looking at whatever is the ascendant sign, represented here with the letters AC. Today, the ascendant coming up in my local area on the eastern horizon is Danas, or Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. Dr. Pillai said we would honor the planet that rules the ascendant sign first as a gesture to its importance at the moment. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Today in Sagittarius is the Sun and Mercury, who is retrograde at the moment. Both of them are in this, no, they're in different stars, I'm sorry. I'm going to start with honoring the Sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The Sun is in a star called Purva Ashada, a star that helps us to have the discernment to know what's right for us, what's wrong for us. I put the flower petals on the Sun. Om Purva Ashadaye Namaha. Om Purva Ashadaye Namaha. Om Purva Ashadaye Namaha. Purvashada star is ruled by Apis, a goddess who's a deified form of water who can help us with purification. We ask for her blessings, and I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Apasye Namaha. Om Apasye Namaha. Om Apasye Namaha. Purva Ashada star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now, we pause for a moment. Actually, we go ahead and we honor the planet that rules. We honor the archetype who rules. We go ahead and we honor Mercury, who is retrograde, for being in Sagittarius. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Mercury retrograde is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give blessings, long-lasting blessings for success. We ask for blessings from this star, and I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Visvadevasyes Namaha. Om Visvadevasyes Namaha. Om Visvadevasyes Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Danas or Sagittarius, the most idealistic of all the zodiac signs, today containing the sun, which is our soul, and Mercury, planet of communication and also planet of business. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Danas, from Danas. The next one from Sagittarius going in a clockwise direction that has a planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto, Venus, and Saturn. Pluto and Venus are in the same star, so we will invoke both those planets before we invoke the star. I start with Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Next, we honor Venus for being in Capricorn. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Pluto and Venus are both in a star called Uttara Ashada, the star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvatevasye Namaha. Om Visvatevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor Saturn for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Dhanishta, a star of prosperity, music, good reputation. We ask for blessings from this star. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, today containing Pluto, a planet of rationality and science. Venus, a planet of happiness, beauty, and enjoyment of material plane comforts. And Saturn, planet of patience, endurance, structure, and compassion. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Neptune. We honor Neptune. I put the flower petals on him. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that can give blessings for work, charity, and purification. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. We ask for his blessings, and I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that helps with our intuition and helps us to understand our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Jupiter. We honor Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Uttara Bhajapada. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can help us with business development. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Uttara Bhajapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhajapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhajapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhajapada star is ruled by Ayurbundia, an archetype who can help guard treasures and valuables. We ask him to guard our treasures and valuables, including our treasure that is the earth itself. Om Ayurbundiaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundiaye Namaha. Om Ayurbundiaye Namaha. Uttara Bhajapada star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena or Pisces, the most transcendental and metaphysical of all the zodiac signs, today containing Jupiter, planet that helps with spiritual teachings and our etiquette with our teachers, our ability to implement spiritual teachings. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Rahu, Uranus retrograde, and the moon. Rahu and Uranus are in the same star, so I'll invoke both of them before I invoke the star. I start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus, who is retrograde and extra powerful. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Rahu and Uranus are both in a star called Bharani, a star that has a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power or energy. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Next, we honor the moon for being in Aries. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Kritika, a star of truth. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Kritika's star is ruled by Agni, the archetype who rules the fire element. Om Agnihe Namaha. Om Agnihe Namaha. Om Agnihe Namaha. Kritika's star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha, or Aries, a fire sign with very active energies, today containing Rahu, a planet that helps us to think outside the box, Uranus, a planet that can help with success in life, higher intelligence, and astrology, and the moon, which is our mind and our emotions. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Vrishabha, or Taurus, which today contains Mars, who is retrograde. We honor Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Rohini, a star of beauty, creativity, and prosperity. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Rohini's star is ruled by Brahma, an archetype of creation and creativity. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Barney's star is ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha, or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies and a great love of luxury and comforts, today containing Mars, a planet that likes to take practical action to solve the problems that can be solved. Mars has energy of both a warrior and a healer. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula, or Libra, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, Dr. Pillai says this star can give us divine blessings. We ask for Swati's blessings, and I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, the archetype who rules the wind and the air elements. We honor him. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha. We reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign with energies for balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now I take a lit tea light and I hold it above the blackboard that has the chalkboard chart drawn on it and has all of these little piles of flower petals on it. And in the air, I pass the tea light around 3 times, offering the element of light and fire to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them for their blessings. Now I take a lit tea light, I take a lit incense stick and I offer the element of air and a sweet fragrance. And I pass this above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now I take a bell to offer the element of sound. Now I take a little raisin to represent the earth element, and in the air, I pass that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now I make prayer hands to make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us and into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do some short Q&A if you post questions in the chat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all so much for joining us and for creating the group unity of a prayer session. It's very appreciated. If you have questions today, you can post them in the chat, and I will do my best to try and answer them. This is our first Planetary Pooja of the new year. I hope everyone had a very happy new year, and I hope that you are all having a blessed 2023 with many happy adventures, a lot of love, a lot of laughter, a lot of light. Someone is asking me, did I make a free fire lab on New Year's Day? No, I did not. I did a fire lab for the paid program on New Year's Eve, which is what I think Pranava or Linda was asking about in the chat, in the little WhatsApp group. I had sent her the link for the planetary fire lab on December 31st earlier, but she didn't see it in her email. There will be a free fire lab this month, but it's going to be on Martin Luther King Day in the United States, which I think is, just a second, it's on January 16th in North America. So that will be when we do the free fire lab, and that will be on the Pillai Center practice channel. Someone is asking me, how long will Mercury continue to be retrograde in Sagittarius? I'm sorry, I don't have that information at my fingertips. I can answer that question tomorrow, but I don't have the date that he turns direct sitting in front of me at the moment. So I'll get back to you on that one tomorrow. He had just popped into Capricorn, went retrograde, and came right back into Sagittarius. So I'll answer that question tomorrow. It's a good question. I just don't have the date in front of me at the moment. Okay. Someone is asking me a question about articles that I posted on the AstroVed Astrology Club site. He wrote articles on the sun and the moon. Do you have plans to post on the other planets? I can. Those articles were written quite some time ago, using information from the Graha Sutras book by Ernst Wilhelm. I have permission from him to use information to share with others. So if there's interest in that, I didn't realize people were reading the articles from the past in there. I could perhaps go ahead and write the other articles in the series. Thank you for asking for that. Someone is saying they cannot download the new 2023 calendar. Did you try it in a different browser? Are you downloading it? You will need to write, I don't know if you're trying to do the download either from AstroVed or from the Pillai Center site. If you're doing it from AstroVed, you'll need to write support@astroved.com. If you're doing it from the Pillai Center site, please write office@pillaicenter.com. And if you want to just email me at Valli@pillaicenter.com, I can email you a copy of the calendar if that's easier for you. So those are the options that I can give to you. Okay, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but I'm not the person that uploads it. I am someone who's very involved in creating it each year. And I think it's a very handy tool to have. Obviously, I don't have mine in front of me, or I could have answered the question about when Mercury is going to go direct in Sag. But it's a labor of love to do it. I do need to be training some other people how to do it. But these people need to be very serious about if they're going to do the training, they've got to sort of commit to me that they're going to help with the calendar for a couple of years. So if you're genuinely interested in that, you can email me at valli@pillaicenter.com. I want to get started on the 2024 calendar now, so that I can be doing some knowledge transfer to people. I'll continue to work on it for as long as I can, but I do feel that it's time to also be doing some knowledge transfer, hopefully to some younger people who will be interested to do it for a time to come. All right, so those are answers to some of the questions and a little bit about future things coming up. Yeah, we will be doing one free fire lab every month on Pillai Center Practice Channel. PJ is saying, looks like Mercury goes direct between 9 a.m. January 17th and 9 a.m. on January 18th. So, so PJ, I think this is Bhagavati. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. So we've got a couple weeks of Mercury retrograde coming up. All right. All right. Sending love, blessings to all of you. Hope you're having a fabulous new year. Dr. Pillai definitely wants us to create, excellence and health, prosperity, intelligence, and higher spiritual dreams, visions, experiences this year. So please rock on, have a fabulous year. And thank you very much for your support. Bhagavati, hello. Bhagavati is also an astrologer, a very good astrologer, who has studied with Dr. Pillai for many, many years and is a friend of mine. So happy to have her here. Didn't realize this was PJ was her. Lovely, wonderful. All righty, I'm going to go ahead and close out for today. Thank you again all for being here. I'll be here again tomorrow. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all. See you tomorrow.